YouTube, what is going on? T Blake here. Today we're doing that question and answer video. I'm going to break it into two parts. First up, we're going to do the YouTube one. I have all of the questions on here. It looks like you guys asked almost 200 questions on the video, which is crazy. Some of them are repeats, so I'm going to pretty much just go down the line, say who asked it, and then answer it for you. So let's get started. First, Matt the MLG Gamer says, hey, I'm new to the sneaker game, and what does hypebeast mean? I think hypebeast is like a created term. It doesn't really have an exact definition. I would say you fall into that category if you're buying stuff purely based on what other people think. There's nothing wrong with buying a popular shoe. I think a lot of people get caught up with saying like, oh, you like this popular shoe, you're a hypebeast. I mean, it's popular for a reason. I think when you start letting that popularity control your buying decisions, I think that's when you start falling into the category of hypebeast. Flyboys91011 asked me, what are my top favorite 3 Jordans of all time? Also falls in the category of, if I could rock one sneaker for the rest of my life, what would I choose? So one of my top 3 is a Black Cement 3. I would wear that every day if I could. I basically do wear it every day. The Bread 1, Jordan 1 that I have in my collection. And then my third favorite Jordan is a Jordan I don't actually own, but that would be the Bin Jordan 7. I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford that sneaker or not, but the Bin Jordan 7 is definitely in my top 3 for Jordan. So Johnny Jumpman fan 93 says, I saw you had a twin brother in one of your videos. Do you share kicks with him or not? He's not into shoes at all. I bought him a couple pairs. He owns some Nike SBs. He owns a pair of Krampus SBs. And I went home to see how he was doing, and he hasn't worn them at all. They're still just sitting in the box. So him and I are very, very different. A lot of people also asked if he'll ever be in a video. He will. I mean, I don't live near him. He's doing his own thing. He chose not to go to college, so he's just working a lot. So I don't get to see him as much as I'd like to. But him and I do not share kicks. This is from Elevated Ike. He says, I have 2 questions. What was the first pair of sneakers you ever bought? And when you were younger, were you able to afford your shoes? So first pair of sneakers I ever bought with my own money was a pair of Osiris. They were hideous. They were like bright blue and patent leather. That was the first pair of shoes I bought for myself. And when I was younger, I wasn't able to afford kicks. My parents support me in everything that I do, but they don't give me money for things that I want. When it came to sneakers or anything extra, they said you had to go after and get it yourself. So it was a while before I could actually like afford kicks. Someone says, T-Blake, you should do more vlogs from the pun. I don't really like doing vlogs too much. I don't think my life's that interesting, so I tend to avoid it. Someone asked me, it's Grims, says, do you ever think how much money you've gone into sneakers? And actually, I keep a spreadsheet so I know exactly how much money's gone into sneakers, and it's a lot. And another follow-up question as well, how do you explain that to someone else, right? Because it's crazy to think, you know, like I have, you know, some of us have thousands of dollars worth of sneakers. And it's weird explaining that to a family member that may not understand. I mean, granted, there's a resale market. If I wanted to right now, I could pretty much get all my money out of my pairs. Like I would break even on pairs that I've worn. So I'm not really scared about how much money I have in shoes right now. I think about it. I'm conscious of how much I'm spending. I'm trying to cut back on it. So I do think about how much money. That's a good question. Adrian Hernandez says, who inspired you to make a YouTube channel? This is easy for me. One, Veracity. Dave, him and I actually went to high school together, and he would always wear kicks to school, and I just didn't realize, he kept it really secret that he had a gigantic sneaker channel, because at the time it was like him, Franelations, PB, like those were like the big guys for sneakers. And I didn't find out till like my junior year, and he kind of got me into kicks, because a lot of people are asking me, how'd you get into kicks? And from there I just started filming and built up my channel, did some reviews on his, and I figured I would just do a YouTube channel just for shoes. And I started doing shoes back in November, so I really haven't been doing this for a long time. Pablo Venezuela asked, did you ever fill your parents' tub when you were younger with marinara sauce and roll in it pretending you were a meatball? No. Jab1266 says, do you plan on doing another sneaker event? I do. Hopefully it'll be at the end of October. Kyle Reps asked me, other than Johnny Cupcakes, what is my favorite clothing brand? As hypebeasty as it sounds, I like Supreme's prints. I like the fact that they only retail at Supreme, so it's special, and for me, it's worth spending $32 for a graphic t-shirt because it's not going to go to like PacSun or some other retailers. So, and along that lines, Thomas JW Film says, "What's my favorite Supreme piece I'm looking forward to this season?" It'd be the hockey jersey with the whatever, the Fleur-de, whatever it is, Fleur-de-lis on it. I really want that. I love hockey. I've been playing hockey for a long time. Josh Ennis says, "Why do your vids give me a tingling sensation in your toes?" And I would say you should probably go see a doctor. RetroWing23 says, "Buying a $2,000 or $3,000 pair of shoes, is it worth it?" I would say it's not worth it. Having $2,000 in a pair of shoes is not the smartest investment you can make. Think about, are you going to get the value added out of that shoe? When prices get up that high, I'm out for that matter. One shoe in your collection you would never sell, from Nick's Kicks 23. I would probably not sell my Squadron Blue Roshi runs because they were given to me as a gift. Everything else, if you highballed me, I'd probably sell you. He also wants to know, how did you and Corinne meet? A lot of people wanted to know how my girlfriend and I met. We both go to school together here. We actually met, she was having like a sorority dance and someone threw my name around. They were like, "Oh, you should go with him." And we met that night and we just really struck it off and we're talking a lot, and the rest is history, I guess. iCree says, "You should tell us a funny story on the Q&A video. When I was in line at the Concepts When Pigs Fly release, a guy from Harvard in his suit came into one of the stores and pissed himself because he was drunk." Kiss My Nikes 97 says, "How tall are you?" I'm 6'2", 6'3", and I weigh 230 pounds, which is a little bit too much. Raji Music RS says, "If there's a shoe you would keep dead stock, what pair would it be?" I'm probably not going to wear my 01 Breads because they're coming back out in December, and I'd rather keep that pair dead stock. Okay, this is a good question. Dr. Sneaker says, "If you could design any shoe like a Dornbecker, what model would I use?" This is an awesome question because I would love to do this. I would probably pick the Jordan 1 model because I really like Jordan 1s. And I would go the route that that Tony Taylor did on the Dornbecker 1, using all patent leather on the top. I'm doing some crazy laser etched designs. I haven't given it enough thought to think exactly what I would do, but I definitely would murder a Jordan 1. Simone says, "What's your Grail?" Grail that I have are those 01 Breads. Grail that I don't have but I'd love to have would be the Bin 7s, getting back to what I said. Kirubna Perus Malal says, "My non-sneaker question for you is, if you could hook up with one Disney princess, who would it be and why?" Princess Jasmine. I used to be into brown girls, maybe that's why. Highly Favorite Ant says, "My question is, what solution would you use to break the barrier division of ignorance in the sneaker community?" I think a lot of the ignorance stems from people not being open-minded, which obviously is the definition of the antithesis of being ignorant, but just being more open-minded to other people. Also, I think, especially in the YouTube community, people tend to get their feelings hurt a little bit too easily. So anything you could do just to kind of take a step back before either making a video or commenting something without really thinking would be smart. Yayo, and a lot of people want to know, where do I work and what am I studying in college? So I go to Babson College. I'm a rising junior here. I'm studying marketing and entrepreneurship, so I'm going to double major and graduate with a bachelor's of science. I forget what I'm graduating. Everyone that goes here graduates with the same degree. For my work, I do a couple different things. First, I work for Urban Links. Urban Links owns hotnewhiphop.com, so I'm content manager for sneakermob.com. I do all their stuff for them, which is a great job. This summer, I work part-time, doing both those things, kind of doubling up on money. Some other things I do to make money for shoes is I do freelance marketing consulting for companies on the low. I can't really talk about what companies I work for. If you're willing to hustle, the money's there. I'm not saying sell drugs. I don't sell drugs or anything like that. But I would say what I've learned from shoe collecting is, if you want something bad enough, there's ways to finance it. Sneakers Run My Life says, "What do you think about women being part of the sneaker culture?" I think it's great. I think there should be more of them involved, and I think there's a tremendous opportunity right now in the current sneaker game for women to be involved, and I'm surprised more of them aren't stepping up. Alright, so now I'm going on to Instagram just to answer those questions. We're almost done. Ryan Reardon says, "What's the most you've spent on one shoe?" Those would be the Nike Air Yeezys. Someone wants to know how old I am. I just turned 20. If Jordan Brand stepped up on quality but also raised retail price over $200, would you cop? No, I wouldn't. How do you plan to incorporate sneakers into your job after college? Well, right now, the job working for Urban Links could potentially be a full-time job, so I'm just going to ride that wave and see who I can meet and what opportunities come with it, and then hopefully carry this on. Adams J33 says, what are some ways to become a sneakerhead as a teen? You don't really become a sneakerhead. It's not something that you have to do and now you're a sneakerhead. It's not like you follow these steps and you're a sneakerhead. I would say if you're a younger guy that right now you don't have money for sneakers, just learn about them, read about them. I spent so much of my time browsing on Soul Collector, like learning everything. I think being more of a sneakerhead is understanding and appreciating the culture than how many pairs you have. Over Solex1 says favorite Jordan Doernbecher and favorite non-Jordan Doernbecher. Favorite Jordan Doernbecher would probably be the Doernbecher 3. I don't own it, which sucks. I was supposed to get it. And then favorite non-Doernbecher, I mean Bin 7s. Okay guys, sorry this was long, took a while to edit. I wanted to, really make this some time to engage with you guys. I did my best to get to everyone. Some of the questions were repetitive, so if you asked something and I didn't reference your name, I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. I read all of your questions though. I literally went through every single one. And I just appreciate all you guys for commenting, all you guys trying to connect with me. I really think it's awesome. The community that I'm a part of and the community that I feel like I've helped create using YouTube as that medium. So again, thank you guys so much. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button for me. It goes a long way. Steve Blake signing out. I'm going to catch you guys soon with a couple more reviews for this week. And we're going to also be looking forward to my top 5 YouTubers in the sneaker community. Steve Blake signing out. Peace, guys.